Welcome into Inside Southeastern Sports. It's time for our weekly conversation with head football coach Tyler Fenwick. Last week, huge win here at Paul Laird Field. First win over a nationally ranked opponent since 2018. And for you, your first home win. Going back late in that game, you have the huge huddle out front. Talk a little bit about what that atmosphere was like. I've never seen a huddle that big, and the decision to go for two.
Yeah, well, we knew we were going to go for two prior to the series when we started on the 11-yard line, and we just, Coach Throckmorton and I were talking about it and said, hey, if we score, what are we going to do? And I said, I think we got to go for two and put it away. So we had a good call that we were ready for. And felt like it was, had a chance to be successful, and so the percentages, we like the percentages of calling that play. But yeah, I mean, and our kids were confident, and I think they knew that we were going to go for it. I think I might have said something to Hatley about it, and he looked at me like, yeah, of course we are. Which tells you the confidence that our kids have in.
Well, I was about to say, I mean, gutsy call, but this is an aggressive game, and yeah. I think players buy into that sort of aggressiveness if it's especially coming from the head down.
Yeah, I mean, I think that our kids were confident, and it was aggressive. We had some trick plays up our sleeve with, Pablo's first touchdown, and, just some things where we had to kind of keep the pressure on. And you get into a situation like that. I mean, I think, when you play a team like Harding with their offense, you get into an overtime situation, it's a red zone situation. That's tough to keep up with. That's because they're going to get their 3 yards, they're going to get their 4 yards, and it's a tough offense to defend, and especially at the end of a game when you're going into extra time. You're worn down, you're tired, you've been cut the whole game. You just want it to be over, and so I just figured, we got to go for it, and let's put it away.
Now with that, you kind of closed the book on that one, and how, what's the challenge now like? You, of course, kind of bounce out onto the national scene with that win, and you welcome in a team that's 0-2 this season. How difficult is it to keep focus?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a chip on our shoulder. Obviously the excitement, after the game, and just the, that feeling is great. And you kind of get that 24 hours to kind of just let it soak in. And enjoy it. But our team meeting yesterday was, it was about, what we need to do this week to handle this next opponent. And, yeah, they're 0-2, but they've played two really good football teams too. So, we've got our work cut out for them. They got us last time we played them. So we don't know how to overlook anybody, I don't think. And again, like I said, we've got a chip on our shoulder, and we're out, to get some work done.
Southwestern Oklahoma State, we talked about this at the beginning of the year, the difficulties in scouting when you hadn't seen someone like Tech. Of course, Harding, what they're going to do. It's something they've done for over a decade. Mm-hmm. What about Southwestern? What are they doing? Is it very similar to what we saw a few years ago here?
Yeah, I think so. They give you a lot of different looks. Defensively, they give you a lot of different fronts and a lot of different coverages. You're just constantly trying to figure out what they're doing. Offensively, they've got kind of a bunch of different offensive looks kind of combined into one, and they can show you some triple option, they can show you some spread, they can show you some power, and so there's a lot to prepare for, and so we're just, through the week we'll break it down and just kind of keep fine-tuning the things that we need to be prepared for.
Again, talking with Coach Tyler Fenwick. Again, congratulations on the big win. Good luck this week as well. And, of course, we'll talk to you in the postgame.
Awesome. Thank you.
Of course, coming up, we've got more on Inside Southeastern Sports, our player profile with Pablo Perini. Welcome back to Inside Southeastern Sports. I'm Jay Lindly, now joined by our player profile for this week and talking with Pablo Perini. Last week, big game, of course, kind of a coming out party. You start the game with the first offensive score. You effectively end the game with a 2-point conversion. Talk a little bit about the emotions the team had in the locker room afterwards.
Man, all the work we've put in these last, year pretty much, We've always known Harding is a tough opponent. We haven't had much success against them recently.
Not a lot of people have, so.
Yeah, but, we believed in ourselves. We thought we had a good game plan going in. Our defensive coaches really put so much time and effort into figuring out how to stop that offense, and I thought they did a really great job. And so to see our guys go out there and, just execute, and then me being fortunate enough, thank you, God, for being the guy to make that play at the end, it was just, sheesh, it was
Was
crazy.
there a little bit of fear because you were wide open? In my mind, while I'm calling the game, I'm going, don't drop it, don't drop it, don't drop it, because I knew you were wide open.
So like in the past, I've struggled with really just believing that, I'm gonna make this play. But this time when we scored, I knew we were gonna go for 2, and I knew what play we were gonna do. We've been practicing it all week. I said, nah, there's no way I'm not making this play, So we went out there and I caught it, boom.
You got a little bit of an interesting backstory because here is a walk-on. Found out the other day that from former Savage Storm safety Jacob Harper, and then find out talking to coach you didn't even play football in high school. So first, what possesses you to walk on to play a sport collegiately that you hadn't played in high school?
So yeah, in high school I was a really skinny kid. I was like 130 pounds, same height, same build, but I believe that I should have been playing football this whole time, and in high school, I just didn't really think I would get that opportunity, but I decided, you only live once, why not come out here, give it what I got, and then see if God will make it work, and he did. So here we are out here, and it's a blessing.
So away from football, what do you like doing in your spare time? What I know you come from the city area. What do you think about Durant?
Durant was definitely a big change from where I'm from, but, it grew on me. This place is like home now. I like being here. It's not the most exciting place, but the people here are awesome, and I just love being around. I like to play FIFA. I don't really go out much, but that's it.
But that is your game of choice, PS4 or Xbox? Xbox. Okay. So now let's hop into our hot seat segment. I'm going to give you 5 things. You spontaneously react. There is no wrong answer. Favorite post-game meal?
Shoot. Maybe like tacos.
Tacos. Okay. Favorite female musician?
Shakira.
Favorite color?
Blue.
You want a sports car or a truck?
Sports car all day.
What does it mean to be a member of the Savage Storm?
Man, it means the world. It's a blessing. Like I said, not being able to be a part of a football team really on the varsity level back in high school, to be able to come out here and work with these guys and really live out the dream that I wish I could have had. It means the world to me. It's awesome.
Right there, our player profile. Joining us, Pablo Perini. Coming up, more on Inside Southeastern Sports.